Members of our team ate and drank everything at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. Here are some of our favorites for 2023.
One of my favorites is the plant-based wings. They've never had these. This is new this year. I've been wanting them to get something vegan for a while since I can't eat any of the other wings since I don't eat meat. And I think these are really good. They are on the spicier side, so if you can't handle heat, which I normally can't, but I didn't think these were too bad. Keep in mind that they are spicier. And what's nice is they aren't super messy. You can eat them with the fork, you don't have to pick them up, and you get a really great portion too. And then my other favorite were the Brussels sprouts, which are also plant-based. They had these last year and I think they're just as good as they were the year before, and again, good portion size. So if you got both of these together, it makes like a nice meal for like lunch or dinner.
Okay, so here's another one of our favorite items at Brew Wing. It's called the Frozen Fusion. It's like a slushy sort of. It's raspberry pomegranate and then there's orange molecules on top. It's not too sweet and it's super tart, so it's a good option, especially probably for kids.
Okay, and our last favorite thing here at the Brew Wing booth-ish is the cider flight, and which is kind of weird for us because we don't usually like ciders, but these ciders are really good. So you get a Blake's hard cider, a Bold Rock peach berry hard cider, and then Three Daughters has a cider here too that's raspberry lemonade. Now I will say the two on the outside, so the Blake's and the Three Daughters, aren't my favorite, but this peach berry hard cider is absolutely delicious, and I will be drinking this entire thing before we leave.
Our favorite food item at the fry basket were the pickle fries. That's what they're called, but it's really just basically a fried pickle spear. It has a ranch dressing on the top. It's very good though. It's crispy on the outside. The pickles are very hot though, so be careful when you eat it because a lot of hot juice will shoot out into your mouth.
Favorite for all of us from this booth is the Stone Brewing Buena Vesa Salt and Lime Lager. It's very, I would say, light and refreshing. I think my friends would agree. Not super heavy on the flavor. But I also don't think it has to be. Not every beer has to have lots of extra flavors. It's just a beer. It's a good beer for if you like beer. I recommend it.
All right, so once again, one of my favorites is the Impossible Slider. The last couple years they've had it at the Earth Eats booth, but they got rid of Earth Eats this year. So it's at Flavors and Fire this year, and it's still as good as it is in years past, and you can't go wrong with it.
So none of the drinks at this booth are particularly our favorites, but if we're gonna choose one, it's the wine. It's a red Zinfandel. It's served chilled. It's not too sweet, not too dry, and so it's refreshing on a hot day. I recommend.
This is what happiness and dreams are made of. The chips are delicious. I think the angels themselves created the sauce that goes on top, and corned beef. It's corned beef, right? Corned beef on top. The corned beef is absolutely delicious. Even in the rain, it is so good. Love it. You can get Food and Wine Festival items here at Connections Eatery, but there are 29 other booths that are outside that have far better items. So we don't have any favorites here because nothing really stands out. Much better items out there. But if you are here and you want a cocktail, this one's pretty good.
So this is the tostada, and it comes with pork, which Felicia and Heather, well, Heather liked it more than Felicia. But you can also get it without the pork and extra black beans, which is what I did, thanks to Heather, because she was thinking of me. And it's very, very good. So if vegetarians are looking for another option, in Mexico you can get it without the pork, but with extra black beans. So definitely recommend this.
Okay, so we just finished trying stuff at the Mexico booth. We can't really recommend any of the drinks. There are a couple food items that we liked, which the tostada we already talked about, and then this taco. It has beef, onion, cilantro, salsa, avocado mousse. It's very, very good. I would highly recommend it.
This is the Wildly Brewed, I don't know how to say the...
Champagne.
Yeah. Champagne. This is very good. Also, it comes in a very fancy glass, which, you know, makes you just feel fancy when you drink it. It's on the drier side, which is why we all liked it. It's very refreshing, and for $7, it's not that bad. So, cheers.
Okay, so we just finished trying Coastal Eats. I was the only one that was able to eat any of the food here because Allison doesn't eat meat and Heather can't have shellfish. But the favorite item is the crab cake. It's very good. It's a good ratio of bread to crab. It comes with a slaw that's doesn't taste like much, but it adds a nice crunch to go along with it. Honestly, everything we got here is pretty good, so it's a recommended booth. There's never a long line. We didn't have to wait, so if you're looking for something quickly, it's a good option. So we just finished trying stuff at Shimmering Sips. This is not our favorite booth. Everything is fine. That's what our review is. Everything is fine. So 3 different types of mimosas. They're all perfectly fine. Whatever. There's a beer mimosa, which is a sour ale with sparkling wine. Also fine. Cute glass. There's the guava cake. Tastes great. Texture's terrible. It's just mushy. So we didn't dislike anything. Didn't love anything. I wouldn't waste your time with it. Unless you really enjoy sweet drinks and fruity stuff.
Out of all the drinks at Australia, we really like the Cooper's Pacific Pale Ale. It's nice and light, it has good flavor, it's good on a hot day. I think they had this last year and we liked it just as well. So this is a good drink to get. Oh, cheers.
The Australia booth is a solid booth, and there's lots of things here that are really good. There's some shrimp, there's a dessert option that's really good. But if you like your meat on a bone that you can just like pick up and the lamb here is very good, very tasty, has a lot of flavor. And I'm going to go wash my hand now because that was really gross.
So this is the pineapple orange with hard seltzer, and I am not a seltzer person or like a dreamsicle type of fan, but this is very good and it's very refreshing. So if you want something light on a hot day, definitely recommend this. You won't feel bloated and gross after drinking it, so definitely get this.
It's from Refreshment Outpost.
Port.
Refreshment Port.
Refreshment Port.
Once upon a time, I met a mushroom and I fell in love with it. And then I met some cheese and I fell in love with it, and we had a baby and it was this poutine. This is the second year that I think it's been here, and I absolutely freaking love it. It is so delicious. It's a huge portion. I think if you're coming to Food and Wine, this is a great option, especially if you pair it with the seltzer. It's because it's a full-size seltzer. You can't get the smaller one here. Get this poutine and have yourself a great snack.
Okay, so we just finished trying stuff at the Canada booth. They have 2 food items, 2 drink items. These are very hit and miss. Sometimes we love them, sometimes we hate them. This year, the filet was very dry and not very flavorful, so it wasn't our favorite. But they had the Canadian cheese soup. It was hot and not as gelatinous as it has been historically, so it's not bad. And the pretzel bread is good, so that's what we recommend for our favorite food item here.
So the one drink we really loved at the Canada booth is the Collective Arts Brewing Audio Visual Lager. We've liked this in the years past. It's just really refreshing, has really good flavor, but it's also a really nice light beer. So if you're not into like craft beer, this is a really good craft beer because it just tastes light and it's not heavy and it's not overpowerful. So definitely recommend this one.
Just finished trying things at the Ireland booth. Overall, it's not our favorite booth. Not a ton of great items. Our favorite is this cake. It's a warm chocolate pudding cake. Has Irish cream custard. It's pretty good. It's a bit rich, especially since it's so hot. But out of all the options, this is the best. I know this is a favorites video, but we have to talk about how absolutely terrible this item is. It's the Fisherman Seafood Pie. It tastes like old fish that has gone bad, and it is very thick and creamy, and it's hot outside, so it's not fun to eat, and it tastes horrendous. So do not recommend. 0 out of a billion stars. Thank you.
You have 3 beverage items here at the Ireland booth. So you have this Irish cream ale, you have a Bailey's coffee shake, and you have a honey wine. Absolutely skip this because it's medicine. This is probably pretty good if it's not so hot, but when it's really, really hot, it's also super heavy. But this beer is really good. Like if you're looking for something to drink while you're enjoying your cake, I would go for this beer because it's really yummy and I like it, so do it.
Alright, so we are at the India booth. Once again, this is a favorite for us. We really recommend everything. There's both good vegetarian and vegan options. This was a favorite of Heather and Felicia's. It's chicken tikka masala, the curry spiced crispy cheese is a great kid option. The drinks really complement the food too. Whilst these two are a little bit on the creamier side, they really cut the spice on some of the things. So yeah, if you're looking for a solid booth, definitely recommend India.
We just finished trying everything at the China booth. As usual, wouldn't really recommend any of the food items. They're overpriced and just very standard, like frozen food tasting. So not that great, not our favorite. But this year, we usually hate all the drinks because they taste like lighter fluid. It's so much better this year. I don't know what's going on. But there's a new beer that we really like, a Brew Hub Lychee Food Draft Beer. It's interesting. It's unlike any of the other beers we've had here, so it's a fun mix on something. And then there's a new drink this year called Fiery Dream. And so this one has citrus vodka, guava, and a spicy hot honey. So it tastes kind of like a spice, but it doesn't actually taste spicy. I know we all like that. And then they also have the passion fruit boba that we would recommend if you're looking for something non-alcoholic. So it's not too sweet, it's kind of refreshing. It does have boba in it, so you have to like that. Overall, no food, but a lot of the drinks are a lot better this year.
Okay, so we are at Refreshment Outpost and we loved everything here. What is great is you get full-size beverages for a decent price, and all of them are really good. You have a watermelon hibiscus, mango cider, and a golden ale, and they were all really good. And then this is a plant-based option. It's the spicy Eatery, and they've had this in the years past, and I just think it's a really great option for vegetarians and vegans, and you get a lot for your buck. So definitely try out Refreshment Outpost.
Just finished trying everything at Kenya booth. I'm the only one that's able to try everything because there is shrimp on the menu. Both of the food items have meat, so Allie doesn't eat it. But overall, we usually like this booth. The beef is not as good this year. It's kind of dry. It's still a fine dish, but the shrimp is delicious. It's a huge serving for the price, and it's great. It has a little bit of spice, but not too spicy. Good flavors, so highly recommend it. And that's what we would pick for this booth.
So we just finished up at the Alps, and this year we can definitely say that this entire booth is one that we think hits it out of the park. Gives you a great selection. It has both the raclette with the ham and then without, so if you're traveling with somebody that doesn't want to eat meat, you have an option for that as well. There is a lovely dessert, the chocolate fondue, which is absolutely amazing. Yes, it's hot, and the idea of dipping items into melted chocolate may not be super appealing, but trust me, it's delicious, and you get a nice selection of items that you can dip into it. For the beverages, there is a key lime beer, Radler, there is a white wine, and then there's a frozen rosé. This is kind of overpriced. If you want to skip something, I would definitely skip this. Maybe stick to the wine and the beer, but overall, a very good booth. Love it here.
Just finished everything at the Germany booth. There are 3 different food items, a beer flight, and then 2 wine options. One of them is no alcohol. It says there is 0.5% alcohol in it, so there's technically that. They're both Rieslings, not our favorite. Our favorites, we would say, are the beer flight. There's a Kolsch, a Fest beer, and then a Hefeweizen, a prickly pear Hefeweizen. So it's a good mix of kind of sweet beer and not too sweet beer, so overall good flight. And then, I'm gonna butcher this name, the Schinken Noodlen. My very Oklahoma way of saying that. It's good. It's basically like a baked macaroni and cheese with ham in it and nice crispy cheese on top. Delicious, good portion for the price. So those are our recommended items here at Germany.
Okay, just wrapped up tackling the Italy booth, which for us is usually a challenging one because we haven't loved it in the past. A thing that's different about the Italy booth too from the other ones is that they don't tell you brand names on any of their drinks. So it's just a generic thing. So we kind of struggle with that, but we are happy to say that this year we actually found some things that we liked. So in our group, we kind of split on the 2 savory items. So this one is like a focaccia with some meatballs in it, and then this one is a cavatelli pasta. We split on which one we thought was the best, but both are probably decent options. We all loved the cheesecake, and the Chianti is a new addition this year, and we really liked it. It goes well with both of the savory items. So after a long stretch of Italy disappointing us, we are happy to say that maybe we are a little bit happier with what it put out this year.
Welcome. We just visited the Spain booth, where new this year is a sangria flight. There is a white sangria, a rosé sangria, and a red sangria, and We loved all of them. We each liked one, I think, a little bit different. The red was my least favorite, but I really liked the other two. Heather, I think, liked the white the best, and then the rosé, and then the red. And Felicia liked the rosé the best. So, but we definitely recommend this. It's a good value. It's really refreshing on a hot day. So definitely visit Spain for the Sangria flight.
Most people that know me know that I prefer my meat in cups. I'm just kidding. I do love a charcuterie, and this has been a favorite of ours for several years now, ever since they introduced it, or since we started doing reviews. And it's because it's so light and refreshing, and it's a huge portion size. And it's a mixture of olives and cheeses and meats, you know, anything you would find on a charcuterie board. Very light, very refreshing, and not heavy, which I think is perfect when it's 184 degrees outside.
So we just finished at Flavors of America, which is the America booth this year. It used to be called Hops and Barley, I think, but now it's Flavors of America. So overall, a pretty good booth. We like the chili quiles. Well, Heather preferred these. I did not care for them. I thought they were too sweet and a little funky, but she loved them. There's also the Italian hot beef sandwich. I liked that. It's a bit salty and a little spicy, so if that's not your thing, it's probably not the best bet, but both of those were great. There was also a cioppino, which is a seafood stew. Would not recommend that at all. It's just not good. But then we also like the carrot cake. So this one's here. It's been here the last few years. It's really good. It's a solid dessert. And then for drinks, they have 3 different beers that you can get in a beer flight, which is what we did. And it's a good mix. It's a lager, an IPA, and then an amber ale, and all of them are great. Like, very easy to drink, very smooth, a nice mix of beers, and so very solid beer flight if you want to get that. Overall, a pretty good booth.
Bonjour from France, where this booth actually isn't that great. So this is the 3 cheese beignet, which they've had, I think, for the past couple years. And if you like sweet, you like bread, you like cheese, you're gonna like this. You definitely have to have the right palate for it. I was more of a fan than Heather and Felicia, but it's still a good option, and it pairs well with the wine.
We just finished trying everything at the France booth. There are 4 food, 4 drink items. So out of the drink items, generally this slushie is one of the most popular items. They have a new flavor this year. It's a Parisian Cosmo slush. It tastes very artificial, not great, it melts very quick, and it's very expensive, so we don't recommend it. There's also a strawberry mimosa that's just okay, but what we do recommend are the wines. So there's a Merlot and Cabernet blend that is pretty good. It's served chill. And then also a Chardonnay, and that one's also a decent Chardonnay. So nothing overly special, but if you're going to get something here, we would recommend the wines.
Okay, just finished up over at the Brazil booth. We had to come over here to Morocco because it's a little bit hot. The food still isn't our favorite. This looks like it should be absolutely delicious, and if you've been to Skipper Canteen, you know that it can be delicious, but for some reason at the festival it always tastes like, or at least the texture is like bubble gum. So maybe skip the food, but these are 2 of our favorite drinks of the festival. You have the black lager and the frozen caipirinha, which is absolutely delicious. Just know that this price is a little steep. I think it $12.50 maybe, so it's a little expensive. But if you're looking for something cool, skip the slushie in France and go over to Brazil and grab this one.
We are in Morocco at Tangierine Cafe. Once again, this whole booth is pretty much solid, except for this. This is the fig cocktail, supposedly. I'm not convinced. It doesn't taste very good. It's a little too sweet. So don't order this, but you can order everything else, especially the cider flight. Even if you don't like ciders, it's still a very good flight. And the stone-baked Moroccan bread, and it comes with 3 different dips that are all excellent. So even if you just get these 2, you're winning at life.
So we just finished the Belgium booth. We are in Morocco, so don't let that confuse you. We aren't a big fan of any of the food items, but we do think the 2 waffle options are good for kids. We prefer the berry one over the chocolate. They both get very soggy very quick, and the whipped cream melts very fast, so keep that in mind. There are 2 coffee drinks. One that has a salted caramel chocolate liqueur in it. It's in a square glass, which makes no sense for the alcohol to be square. And then out of the beer flight, we like the IPA. It's a very good, easy to drink IPA. There's also this Delirium Red, which if we had to shout out for a bad food item, we also have to shout out for a very bad drink item. This is atrocious. It tastes like cough syrup and is easily the worst thing at the festival. So don't get it.
Welcome to Greece. Overall, we really like this booth. The one thing that we didn't care for was the new plant-based option, which is I can't remember what it's called, but it's the new plant-based option. I think for us it was just too hot for this kind of weather, and it kind of tasted like Christmas. And as the vegetarian of the group, I was very sad about it. I wanted to love it, but I didn't. But everything else was really good. The lamb, Heather and Felicia really loved. Can't go wrong with the griddled cheese, of course. The spanakopita, and this is actually a very solid wine flight, and it's a really decent cost. So if you're looking for a good wine option, we recommend Greece.
Turn in your hymnals to page 25, where you will find the Japan booth. Last booth of the festival for us. We have gone through 89 booths here at Epcot Food and Wine Festival. I'm not sure that that's an accurate number, but I feel like it's pretty close. We're ending the day on Japan, which is a pretty good booth because of this beer right here. We were blown away. We were not expecting this. The name in the official menu is the Brew Hub Beer MoMA Amber Ale, which does not sound fancy. It doesn't give you any indications to just how good this beer is. It's amazing. And I think we all took a drink and looked at each other and were like, because it's so good. The other thing that we really liked here was the traditional rice bowl with American beef and steamed white rice. Pretty good. It could use a little bit more sauce maybe, but all in all, a very decent option here in Japan. And with that, I think we have made it all the way through every single booth here at the Food and Wine Festival. We will probably have to go back and get a few of our favorites as we exit the park, but it's time for chilling and relaxing and getting out of the heat.
Hopefully that helps you locate some favorites that you might add to your to-do list for Food and Wine Festival. Do you have some favorites that we didn't mention? Would love to hear those in the comments. Thanks for watching.